Hi, it's Jo Painter here of confidencecoachingforwomen.co.uk. And this is day 4 already of our 5-day career review. How did you get on yesterday with thinking about your visibility in your career? Is that an area that you really need to make big progress on? Well, if you do, don't forget you can contact me, private message, or book a call with me at www.speakwithjo.com. So today our focus is on confident communication and the skills that you've got to communicate with others to bring people on board, whether it be about your vision and strategy or day-to-day work delivery or persuading them to do something. How are your communication skills? Well, we're going to focus first of all on some specific skills today. The first one is one that I work with a lot of clients on, which is assertiveness. So assertiveness is all about communicating in a way your thoughts, your needs, your wants and your opinions in a firm way, but in a way that doesn't cause confrontation. So it's looking for a win-win solution, and it's speaking up for what you want and need, but also respecting the other person's opinions. So it sits on a scale from passive, where you don't speak up at all, to aggressive, where you are very direct and can cause confrontation. And it's somewhere around the middle, assertiveness. And it's all about making sure that you speak up for your opinions and thoughts, whilst not getting into conflict with the other person or making them defensive, but instead showing acknowledgement of what their understanding and their opinions are too. And that can feel quite difficult to some people, perhaps who've been conditioned that it's not nice to push your thoughts forward and it's not nice to upset people. But it's an essential part of a career that you can be assertive, whether it's with your team or senior people or clients and customers. So assertiveness, how do you rate yourself on assertiveness? Is it something that you're pretty good at, or is it something that you avoid as much as possible? Do you fit into the passive or the aggressive end? Or have you absolutely nailed your assertiveness? Think back to some situations where you have this year been really effective with your assertiveness. And then think of some situations where maybe you avoided it, or you were too aggressive, or you just left, as in the passive expression. So think of those and then think about how you would score yourself for your assertiveness this year, from 1 to 10, where 1 is I've not used it at all, and 10 is I'm really assertive and I don't need to improve. So the next one I'd like to look at in terms of communication skills is influencing and persuading. This is a great skill to have, really helpful, not only with people who you don't line manage, but with people who are in meetings with clients and customers. Getting somebody to understand and get on board with your particular vision or opinion is a great tool within your career to have. So again, think about situations in 2018. When have you been able to influence and persuade somebody? And when have you not been very effective or forgotten to even try? Influencing and persuading is a real skill to learn, and it's different for different situations and different people. So again, score yourself 1 to 10. How am I on my influencing and persuading? Another thing to look out for in these communication skills is, are there any patterns? Have you noticed that there are certain situations where you're not assertive, or certain situations where you're extremely influencing and persuading? Is it with different people or is it in different situations? Have a think as we go through about any patterns that come up for you. The next skill I'm looking at is presenting. Now, I mentioned that yesterday regarding how good it is to help you be visible in your career, but what about your presentation style and skills? Are you really engaging and inspiring? Do you really get the audience on board? Do they leave knowing the benefits and the message you try to give them? Or do you feel you rush through it, you're very nervous, you often forget and don't include all the points that you wanted to include? Do you feel like your tone is a bit dull and your body language doesn't match? Whatever your presenting skills are, you can get feedback really easily from other people. So see what the feedback has been on your presentation skills this year. Think of a particular presentation that went really well and another presentation that could have gone better. What was the difference? What worked really well in the first and not in the second? And then think about how you can improve that for next year. And finally, the last communication skill I wanted to cover today was negotiation. Now, not everybody has this as part of their role, but you may have to negotiate with clients and customers. You may have to negotiate with other elements of your organisation, other departments, or you may have to negotiate with suppliers. Whichever it is, there are different styles of negotiation, and it's finding the ones that suit you, and B, suit the situation that you're in and the person you're negotiating with. So, what are your negotiating skills like? Have you got any? Have you ever used them? Are they as effective as you'd like them to be? Again, score yourself 1 to 10. So now we've been through all the communication skills I'd like to focus on, and you've got an idea of whereabouts you are with those particular skills. So now it's all about thinking how you can improve on them for next year. So pick 1 or 2 of those skills and think about how you would like to improve on it. Is it just you'd like to get experience of using it, or is it you'd like to use it more effectively? Then I've got lots of resources to share with you on communication skills and everything we've talked about this week. So if you'd like some more information, then please do get in contact with me. You can message me, or you can book a discovery call with me at www.speakwithjo.com. That's www.speakwithjo.com. I'd love to share all my resources and to have a chat with you about some specific strategies that will help you have a best year ever for 2019. This is Jo Painter of confidencecoachingforwomen.co.uk, and I look forward to seeing you again for our final day of the 5-day review. And that's all about progression and remuneration, something that's very important to a lot of people. So I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Thanks for listening.